Yo, what up, guys? Beside Day here. It's day 195 of this free-to-play series Noob to Pro account that I started 194 days ago. And I'm here to give you sad news that the Noob to Pro will be skipping out on this new Zinogre Bladesmith Fusion that is starting. When is it starting? Soon. So I think this weekend or so. We are skipping out on this champion, and I'll tell you 4 reasons why this Noob to Pro is skipping out on this fusion. Even if we might have enough resources saved up, enough prep done, I'm skipping this champion, and I'll tell you why. If you do not know about this champion skill, you can head over in game right here and find out whether she's going to be worth it for your team. She's in the Shadow King faction, and that's her right here, Z Blade Master. So without going too much into the skills, it doesn't really matter. It seems like the community has all come to a consensus that the free legendary champion you get for logging in 7 days is going to be a better reward than her. So for a free 7-day login champion to be better than a champion you have to work for, that tells you a lot about her skills and abilities. But you go through it by yourself. I've already done a video about it yesterday talking about her skills, and I didn't really enjoy it. Increased speed, a bunch of passive and active skills right here. She's supposed to be a damage dealer, but she's kind of all confusing. Is it multiple hits, triple hits right here, 4 hits right here, 4 hits right here? She's supposed to do a lot of hits according to what I'm saying. So yeah, but I'm still not impressed. The Noob to Pro is not impressed, and I'll tell you the 4 reasons why. The first one is that she's not a game changer. Like I said, the free legendary champion you get for logging in 7 days is going to be a game changer. It's going to be amazing, but she is definitely not a game changer. She has no buffs or debuffs that you cannot do without. Increase speed, AoE, I already have somebody doing it for me. I put a carry. Increase attack, I already have my Arbiter. Decrease attack, I already have my Stagnite. So Leech, I have my what's his name now, Deacon Armstrong. So everything she's bringing to raid, I have it already. Multiple hits on one skill, I already have a champion doing that. Or the A1, I probably do not have somebody doing multiple hits on an A1. I might have. I put a carry, Cold Heart, so a lot. So I might have a lot of all these skills that she's bringing in right here. So she's not bringing anything unique that I cannot do without in raid. That's one reason that she's not game changing. That's what I mean by game changing. Normally a game changing champion is one that once you get a champion, they just make you progress in one particular content. She's not going to be that champion for me. The only reason why I thought about going for her was going to be for Shadow King faction, because if you get that legendary, she's going to be better than most epics you use in that Shadow King faction. So that's one good reason that most people want to go for legendary fusions, because once you get a champion, they just make that faction war easy so you can get your Lydia, right? And the Noob to Pro series is focused on getting Lydia. So I thought about it, will she help me in Shadow King? And then I decided that I already have a lot of champions. I'll get to that point later, but that's my first reason she's not going to be a game-changing Fragment Fusion for the Noob to Pro series. Don't worry, my main account will still go for this champion and show you the steps and everything I'm doing to get her, because that account has nothing better to do. We are stuck in Cost City, so we can't go further. So we will go for her on that main account. So I don't have to go for a fusion on 2 separate accounts. Let's do it separately. So she is going to be missed on the Noob to Pro, and that's the first reason. What about the second reason? The goal of the Noob to Pro series is to get Lydia. In case you guys have forgotten, let me just remind you that Lydia was the entire goal. Whenever I start this series, I set a goal for us and I tried to achieve it. We've already beaten the first goal, was to beat all dungeon content at level 25, except Fire Knight, which I've not built a team for yet. But this is our second goal, to get this legendary champion, Void legendary, that you have to go through hell, blood and sweat and tears to get. So this is one that takes a long time if you're unlucky, but takes a shorter time if you've been getting a lot of legendaries, a lot of good epics, or you've been building everybody to 60, getting masteries on them, farming dungeons. It's going to be easy to beat all these factions and eventually get her. It's going to be take a long time to farm that gear, but it will be easy if you've done the prep. That's what the Noob to Pro has been doing the prep. And I'll show you for Shadow King that we already have that faction resolved. I talked about for Shadow King faction. If I go to the filter, include vault, include reserve vault, and select for Shadow King factions only, you see that Noob to Pro has everything, I think, to beat that faction. In my humble opinion, with 2 damage dealers right here, all I need is 1 more support, who is Masamoto, and a reviver, who is Kinagashi, right? Does it revive? Yes. A reviver, Kinagashi, and just 1 more. So with 2 damage dealers, 2 support, I'll be good. I'm thinking about adding Umetogi, which is going to be amazing also. So that's going to be 5 champions. So if I have all these 2 legendaries already in Shadow King, why am I going for a third one? It's not like the faction is going to be extremely difficult with 2 crazy nukers right here and then 3 or 2 supports along with them, including a reviver. Usually in those factions, when you don't have a reviver, it all goes to hell. And she's bringing some unique debuff, yes, but I already have decrease attack, and most of these champions buff themselves right before they even attack, so she's not needed for increase attack, decrease speed. Who has decreased speed on this? I have gone through all their skills. I'm good. This faction is resolved. So this is my second reason that the goal for the Noob to Pro was to get Lydia, and that champion, Zinogre, is not going to help us get Lydia for this Shadow King faction. That's why she's been skipped. Second reason gone. What about the third one? I already said it, that the Shadow King faction is all good. That's the one I put as the third reason, that I'm all good for the Shadow King faction. So there's no reason for me to go for it. The second one was the goal of the series was for Lydia. Now, if you have a separate goal for your account, whether it's Clan Boss, whether it's Hydra, whenever you're focusing on that goal and then they bring a distraction, you have to choose whether you have to focus on your goal or go for that distraction. That's what mostly I see fusions and fragment events as distractions from your main goal. Now, if you've been going for every fusion and every fragment event that comes up, you agree with me that you probably get stuck trying to progress your other focus areas. You will not be able to build that clan boss team you're trying to build. You'll not be able to build that Hydra team or beat that dungeon 25 or hard mode dungeons, because you've been spending all your resources in other areas of fusion and farming and all that. Yes, you get good gear. Yes, you spend a lot of silver, but it's never on the champions you want to build for that content. So that's what I'm saying. If you focus on one particular content, you shouldn't let a fusion derail you. That's the number 2 point, and the number 3 point was the Shadow King faction is all good. Now for the 4th point, yes, it's only 4 points, don't worry. The 4th point is the last one that I kept for good. It's going to be the El Haze 2024 free-to-play challenge. I guess you've heard about it right now. It was posted yesterday. It's going to start on Friday, I think. And yes, El Haze free-to-play challenge for all content creators and the entire community is coming up. And there is no way a free-to-play account like mine, or my main account, and all my Noob to Pro series will skip out on such a challenge that everybody else will be participating in. I don't want to be standing by the sideline and watching. I want to actually participate in it and see how good my free-to-play account that I will create when that challenge starts will do. So yes, I saw some comments on the Discord saying I should go for it, so of course I'm gonna go for it. So I already applied to be one of the content creators that will be in for that challenge, and I hope you'll be cheering me on to see how good it will be. It will not be this Noob to Pro, obviously. It will be a brand new account. So that will mean that since I'm going for that El Haze 2024 free-to-play challenge, which will be lasting an entire 3 months, we will not have enough time to be also be pushing a fusion at the same time on 2 accounts. So you see, it's something about time also. Playing 3-4 raid accounts is going to be crazy time consuming. That's another reason why I would not be going for this fusion, even if I have the resources and all that. I'll talk about the resources soon. We'll check if the Noob to Pro has the resources to do this, so you can also decide whether you want to go for it or not. So I've managed to use all these reasons to convince myself to not go for Zinogre. So what are you going to use to convince yourself to go for it? If you have excess resources and you have the time, that's the only thing you need. 2 things: resources and time. Guess what? I've not even seen the fusion calendar. I'm already making this hard decision to skip out on this fusion. Why? What if the fusion is going to be easy? What if it's like fragment fusion, right? It's supposed to be easy. I don't care. I don't care. It's still going to be time consuming to farm. RS Europa is not yet updated, but it will soon be updated, I guess. But still, when the fusion launches, and it's going to be, it's not a champion I want to use immediately, I get it. That's why the Noob to Pro is keeping out on it. And plus the other 3 reasons I gave. Are you going for this champion? And do you think any of these my reasons are just flimsy excuses to skip out on a fusion? Now let's look at the normal reason why most players will skip out the fusion. Normally, you see, I didn't put it at number 1, that I don't have shards, or I don't know. That's this time around the Noob to Pro did save a little, right? 4 sacred shards, 1 primal, 10 voids, and 4 ancient. Is that enough for a summon rush? I think so. What about champion chase? Boom. champion chase is done. Talking about 500 points right here, 500 points right here, 250 points, and Archmaid I can get for another 250 points. That's 2,000 faction champion chase points. How do I get the rest? From maybe shards, opening mystery shards or something. So I think in terms of the normal shard pooling that is normally a problem for most players to complete a fusion, the Noob to Pro was set. I've been prepping for this, and then when it launched, it doesn't look like it's a champion that is going to be game breaking, game changing. So that's why I'm skipping out on it. So yes, the Noob to Pro did have the resources. I even had up to 30 million plus silver, and I spent it all regearing some champions during that free gear swap time, and now I'm down to 23 million. So in terms of silver, we're not quite ready, but that was because I used it. So the Noob to Pro is not going to be going for this one. I hope I'm doing the right thing. That's why I have to break it down and explain it a little bit so everybody understands. And see, I even have Abita waiting for champion chase. That's another is this 650 points? She's void, right? 650 points. So champion chase was set. I was waiting for champion chase during a fusion to summon Abita. So what happens? Do I still summon Abita? All right. So that's the first part of the video. I've showed you this and the reasons why, and one extra bonus in terms of the resources. These shard pool events usually make us do summon rush on the wrong time. That's one thing that pisses me off on a new account like this. You see these 4 sacred shards? I'm supposed to summon it during 2x sacred, right? Everybody knows that. For a new account like this, 2x sacred is the best time. 2x sacred for ancient, and 2x for ancient is the best time. 2x for void is the best time. But because I'm going for a summon rush, it's going to make me summon 4 sacred shards, 10 void, and whatever ancients I have. I'll summon everything just to get that summon rush point. It's so painful for me looking at my main account that has only summon shards during 2x events, and see how far I've come in terms of the type of legendaries I've gotten, the duplicates I've gotten. It makes your account go further when you summon only during 2x events for a newer player. Everybody knows that right now. But because you're chasing after fragment events, fusion events, everything, you begin to summon these shards at the wrong time, kind of decreasing your chances of getting those epics that you need, those legendaries that you need, and you're okay just getting the points for summon rush, and you're fine with it. One legendary, why you could have used that same amount of shards to get something amazing on a 2x. Not guaranteed, but it increases your chances of actually developing your account better when you summon only during 2x events. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to add that one as a bonus, to say 2x events is going to be the best time, but fusions, fragment events like this make you summon these shards out of 2x events. And then during the champion chase, you now go to summon all these ones you've saved up. That means you don't use your shards during champion chase. So it might be flimsy reason, but from experience, 2x events are the best time, and then fragment events and summon fusion events make you summon your shards out of 2x events. That's just a fact, as a bonus. All right, now for me to talk about other things that the Noob to Pro has been up to, because I've done an update for this account for this new year. So happy new year from the Noob to Pro, I guess. Yes, this series is still going. Yes, the only thing that we are focused on this account now is Lydia. Like, my eyes are set on the Lydia. That's why you see I'm not talking about Doom Tower. I'm not talking about Arena. I'm not talking about anything else that is going on the account besides getting Lydia. So what progress have I done? Let me head straight to the champions and show you the magic that has been happening right here. Taking champions to 50 and 60 is the first progress that I've done. And I'll show you that Apothecary is 60, Ragash is 60, Seal the Drake is 60, who else? Dudan the Runic is 60. I started running out of champions I wanted to 60. I was bringing out those 4-star epics from the vault, and I was taking them to 60, and he was one of them. Sylvian Watchers is going to be easier with this dude and one other person. And of course, Bambus is 60. Begumka. I even took Painkeeper to 60. Husk to 60. Sandlash to 60. High Cartoon to 60 for that Barbarians faction. So everybody is hitting 60 that I know will be very, very essential in that faction. Now, it's not a fact that you must take all these champions to 60. No, it's not like necessary. A lot of champions can work well in faction wars at level 50. That's a fact. But you will struggle a little bit. You will struggle. I just know that you struggle. So while I'm farming silver, because it's silver that I'm looking for, right, to gear them. While I'm farming silver in the campaign, that's why you see me making all these 4-star, 5-star food to take them to 60. So I'll soon get Royal Guard to 60. But I don't think Royal Guard should get to 60 because his faction, the high elves, is already easy with an apothecary and an arbiter in there, with even reliquary tender in that faction. He might be able to do the work at 50 if it's required in that faction. Do I even have this other champion 4-star? It's going to be an easier faction. That's why he's not 60 yet, and I'm skipping him. Anybody that is going to be a healer, a reviver, is going to be essentially taken to 60. Now, a 2x ancient event happened that last weekend that I supposed to pull shots on the Noob to Pro. Yes, I did pull shots. So you might be seeing some new champions that you did not, know the Noob to Pro had. One of them was Stagnite. Maybe at the end of this video, I'll add the shard pool. It's probably old by now. There's no need. Let me just tell you about the champions. I did record it, but it wasn't a good shard opening event. The Noob to Pro just got epic, and nothing exciting. No legendaries. So I was like, should I even post that as a single video, or I should wait until I do a Noob to Pro update to add it? Let me know if you guys want to see it. I'll add it to the next Noob to Pro update. But we did get duplicate copies of Fenshi. Before that 2x ancient that ended, I just had only 3 Shadow King faction champions. During that 2x, I got this champion, duplicate copies. I got 2 copies of Duke DPS duplicates, and then I got another copy of Veggies. I think I already had Veggies. I got a Ironclad. I got this Delver. Have I put any of them to the vault? Then I also got this Kanagashi. Who else? Chonoro. I got a lot of Shadow King faction champion. I used to use only Shani and who else is Shadow King? And these 2 Shadow King champions. This one, Michinaki, and what's his name? Where's the Shadow King? One other one probably in the vault. Only 3 Shadow King faction champion, but after that shard pool event, I ended up with 6 Shadow King champions. That's why I'm flexing right now, that I do not need Zinogre. So I think that's the only thing I have to share with you on the Noob to Pro right now. What am I doing? Campaign. And why? Because I want to be able to go over to this faction. We head over to the faction right now for Bannerlords. Initially, I'll say I don't even have anything to do in Bannerlords. That's why I'm at level 4. But right now, once I take this champion to 50, 50, 50, remove her from the list and add these new ones, this will be probably the list of champions I take. Whoa, no, where's my Stagnite? Just come in here, brute force it all my way, and maybe with good gear, get to level 21. Get some masteries on some of them also. Yes, speaking of masteries, I did get masteries on some champions, because some days I was like, I don't want to sit there and farm campaign. Let me farm masteries instead. So new champions on the account that did get masteries are on latest Ragash, not yet complete. Of course, Seal the Drake, I was like, she's going to be needing a lot of masteries to get that her stun consistent. If she's not going to be in a stun set yet, she's not even built yet. We're still waiting for Silver. So she did get her full masteries ready to go. And the champion I was going to use in Hydra, Ugo, I did get a second copy of Ugo also that I might build. So that's masteries on that champion. No masteries here yet. No masteries yet. Here's the champions I got masteries on. Royal Guard, no. Any champions I took to 60. Venomage was one of them. Yes, Venomage did get masteries. Apothecary started getting some masteries because I was like, let me stop right here. Probably don't even need more than this, because it just needs to, do that high healing from the support 3 side, right? Not even going towards the attack 3 side. It's going to be defense and support. Just do high healing and high speed apothecary. So do you have masteries yet? So I went into this champion I was looking for, Inquisitor Shemel, my twin, for the Hydra, because currently I'm not even doing 1 key on the Hydra. So he got some masteries right here to help him do better in the Hydra. And of course, let's not forget about my clan boss team that I still have not built. I'm still doing Nightmare, unfortunately, because I was like, do I need to invest gear into a Ultra Nightmare team, or do I just go straight to the Hydra? I mean, straight to the faction war and beat all the ones I can at level 21. So that's the Noob to Pro progression and what the Noob to Pro thinks about this upcoming Fusion for Zinogre, the Blade Master. You guys, hope I'm doing the right thing, focusing on my original plan of getting Lydia instead of being derailed by another fusion who is going to be part of a faction who is already doing well. Shadow King is already doing well. That's why I don't need her on this account. For my main account, I'll go for her. I'll get her. So if you're going for Zinogre, what are your reasons? Why are you going for her? Is there anything special about her skills or abilities that I'm missing out on? Because on my main account, once I get her, she goes to the vault. It's not a high priority build champion. The free legendary champion we'll get for 7-day login will get books fully booked before her. That's a fact. So I'm not saying she's bad. I just say I don't have a lot of information from her kit. Seems like she already does things on the team that I have other champions who can do the same thing or even better. So there is no need to add her to the team and build her immediately. All right. That's my reasons why I'm skipping out on Zinogre. I gave 4 reasons and 1 extra bonus one. And Noob to Pro did give you some update about what the account is up to. We're still gonna get Lydia. Even it's gonna take us about 360 days to get it done. It's still gonna be a record, right? We're currently at 194. So by the time we get to maybe 100 more days or less, we can get Lydia, because you're seeing all the champions are getting 60, 60, 60, and any faction that opens right now, I can almost get to the second boss. Well, beat the second boss. This is the first boss. We're right there at the second boss. If I go into it, we can do it. We are ready. Initially, I didn't have all these champions, so everybody's getting to 60, getting masteries. If I go over there, this team you see right here can get all the way to the max boss. No revive though. Missing a reviver on this team. It's gonna be a hard one without a reviver. Anyways, we'll figure it out with some special builds, maybe lifesteal, maybe regen. We'll figure it out. As long as the champions are well built, mastered, and everything, we'll get. Skinwalkers used to be a very, very difficult one for most players who don't have a reviver, but we'll see how we can navigate through them. I'm just building the champions, taking them to 60, so I don't have any excuse to not have enough accuracy or resistance on them. I also, during CVC that ended, went to my Great Hall and put some points into this spirit affinity accuracy right here, so I don't need a lot of accuracy on my gear. Next one, since it's a faction war focused team, I will probably be also focusing on defense instead of damage. I'll be focusing more on resistance and accuracy instead of damage. If I was building for maybe for clan boss or for Hydra, I will focus on more crit damage and stuff. But for faction war, I think I'll focus a lot more on resistance and accuracy, so I don't have to rely on it for my gear. All right, that's all the updates from the Noob to Pro. Let me know what you think about Zinogre. Are you skipping out on it or are you going for it? When the Fusion calendar launches, I'll still talk about it and break it down from my main account perspective and show you my plan of how I'm going to complete her on that account. And then when the Hades free to play 2024 challenge starts, you'll see me doing a video about it and building my first new account that I'll be using for that content for 3 months, like they say, and see whether I come out on top as one of the best free-to-play accounts in 2024, or I just lag behind and lose. We'll see. I like a challenge. That's why I'm going for it, and I will play fair, but I will be mean. Let me just hold on for that. What I'm saying is that I will not rest. I will try to be one of the best free-to-play accounts on that series. You know how I do. Whatever I do, I just focus on it very well. Just like this Noob to Pro and my main account, that's free-to-play 2024 account will be awesome, and you guys will be along for the ride. If you guys also want to join, check out that L8 video and see how you can participate in it later, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.